Yo, tell them say a shen, Y-E-N-G, yang different, no depend pan man fi ascend. Me high-end best are the best, creme de la creme, me ting up, no pin up, me no hem. Criminal wanted by many men, real champion ask Buju Bantan. Them want see me feel, but that no God's plan, back on me a hunt ghost like Danny Phantom. Hot girl sauce full of flavor, no mix, me no chase, me born a Jamaica, no punk, me no afraid. Me paper, me here for no itch, you we pay for. Bring shot to you like a waiter. Blessings are run like phrase, I give praise to me savior, me sharp like a razor, the well for the age, yeah. Money fear run like retainer, me want rich like Romish Major. Girl sick to me like when blood clot. Any man my left me can get that back. Me no follow fashion boss, I'm a one a thing no follow what me lead. We like Dora's map. Me no sell sex, me only sell stats. This a shen yang, you no take tough chat. From my start par with up top dog, my stop fighter. Bust my boss gunshot. Me no give a fuck, me no.
You're the only one I love. The only man I know that I can trust. And if I ever should need you, I know you'll come. Ready to kill with the smoking gun, with the smoking gun.
What is up, people? What's up? Welcome back to the show. Another episode of Off Our Chest, the O.O.C. Got the usual suspects in the house. We also have a special guest today who said, yo, I want to get some shit off my chest. So we're going to start off going around the panel. Roberto, I keep asking you this every week. Hopefully one week you're going to say, guess what, guys? But tell the people about yourself, sir.
Hold on. Since LDG ain't here. That's the best I can do, man. My shit's too dry from that chronic. But
we call those ghetto crickets.
You know what I'm talking about? The ones that need some water. Well, listen, man, I'm glad to be back with my peeps on Wednesday night. Loving the show, loving the commentary. What's up, everybody over there? You can find me here. You can find me Saturday with my partner. I'm gonna get this right and left shit down. No, sorry, hold on. I'm pointing the same way all the time.
There you go. There you go. There you go. You got it.
And my boy, oh, sorry.
There
somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? You can find us there Saturday. He's yeah. That's all, folks. Looney Tunes is over.
Guys, you are
yes.
out, Mom.
You can find me at the Basco Scenario from some cool gaming clips. Mondays, chaotic conversation with Danny on the Chaos Central. Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Chaos List. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Rule of 3. Then 10 p.m. right here on O.O.C. And also on Sundays. I don't think I didn't mention it. Sundays, you can catch it on Anzo's channel, Bigger Forward, for the One Division Roundtable. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Anzo,
yo.
Some chronic from BC, so you're gonna have to excuse me tonight, okay?
I'm telling you right just now. Going like this. Well, we started the show, he's here, now he's here.
Yeah. I feel just like my chair, but my chair is reacting just like me, just coming down real fast, yo.
Shit, well, that's good. Hopefully we get some topics on there to get that fire out of you since you're all high up there anyways. Josh, you're up.
Fucked up. Go ahead,
What's
Josh.
going on, everybody? How's it going? Josh, Movie Aficionados on Facebook. We are a growing group. We have new content every day, new movie news, reviews, everything like that. And check me out on YouTube at Movie Aficionados. I'm going to be putting some new content up there too. I'm going to start, I said it for a while, but now I really, really want to do it. And it might not be the best production value, but I'm going to do part 1 of my strip club stories. Episode 1 of my strip club stories. People that know me, they know them. I've been a DJ at the strip club for about 9 years, so I have a lot of crazy stories to tell. And
sure. Let me ask you if you have some of the ones we have up here. The lovely Lucy. You put that one up?
Right, that's going to do it for the very beautiful. I'll do that later. I'll hit you with a plug later.
Nice.
I can do it for you a little if you want.
Yeah, that's going to be fire, man.
Dancer. Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely.
That's going to be fire.
Oh, and then also, obviously, O.O.C. Wednesday, and then Saturday on Square One. I remembered Square one, man.
Mhm.
Awesome shows.
Awesome.
That's right. And a
Yep.
special guest today, Ninja. Tell the people about your channel, sir.
What up, Ninja?
All right, you guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Ninja243, where we talk a lot of shit over there. Also, we goof around. Also, you can personally find me on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That would be for Galactic Chat, where it's a Star Wars only live stream. This week's topic will be if there's any continuation of the sequel trilogy characters. Gonna be an interesting topic to see. And also, you can find me on Sunday on Shadow Eye, where we will be basically talking about our top 10 favorite Spider-Man storylines on Austinator's channel. And also, you can find me on Twitter at Ninja243.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming
Man.
on. Just want to say what's up, Flash. Welcome back,
Yeah,
my
you took the
brother.
words out of my mouth. I just wanted to say
Oh, Flash here?
interruption. What up, Flash?
Yo, what
Where you
up,
been
Flash?
for a
How's it
minute,
going,
yo?
man?
It's like we
Hope
were
he's
like
well.
every episode. It's like, yo, where's Flash? We haven't seen
Mhm.
Flash in a minute, man. It's like, oh, Flash must have, figured he don't like the content no more, and sub to the channels, started doing his own things. It's good to have you back in the chat, though.
And then Mr.
Ostinator.
Pum Pum took over. Kind of made us forget
Yes.
you, Flash.
Oh, Caleb.
That's it,
You know-
pom boy.
There's
Mr.
channels.
Pum Pum.
There's channels I watch religiously, like for days and days. I'm like, I'm on a Amagansett press kick. I'm on a Red Letter Media kick, and then I just won't watch it for weeks. So maybe he he was on a Chaos Central, and then
Maybe they
there's
don't
Yeah,
bring the
just-
fire like we do, man. We bring fire, yo. Fire.
right.
If we're bringing some water, then I can understand. But
Yeah.
this fire just keeps coming, man. Some
True.
people can't even handle the fire.
it's
You know what I
true.
mean?
It's true. Yeah.
Just
Keep
admit
it
it, Flash.
real.
It was because of a girl. Just
It's
admit it,
called
just say it.
Canadian content.
He got all that booty up there. He's like, "What YouTube? Oh man, screw that shit."
We saw the
That
photos,
is a-
Josh.
so
You were smiling a little too hard on those Facebook photos, so we know it was female related.
Oh, me?
Well, you're the only Josh on the panel.
No, I thought he was talking about Flash.
Nah, I was talking
what
about
I'm
Flash.
talking about.
I was
I'm
talking about
talking
Flash.
about
He
Josh.
disappearing.
and everybody else in the chat, Dandelion Fluff, Caleb, got Andrew in the flat and the chat. Thank you guys for coming. Aiden, I know you want to get on Aiden, but I'll have you on another time. Don't worry. But right now, I'm going to put the floor to Nindroid. Nindroid said he has something to get off of his chest. So, Nindroid, you are up, my friend.
Okay, alright, so here's one thing. Alright, so 2 months. Alright, so you guys might know EJ Tan.
Some of
In
us
which-
do, yeah.
Yes,
And-
EJ Tan has been a hardcore supporter of Robert Storm's Storm
Mhm.
Nation. He's been appearing on he appeared on many membership streams and also in the chats. He's very active, and also, I've been working with him on my own shows and all of that. And recently, just for the past 2 months, he's been starting to be very, I would say, very weird in a sense that he's more. The only thing that he cares about is his channel. If you understand. He's
Yes.
very. He doesn't want to have fun. That's my thing. He's very strict. If someone ticks him off, he'll go so berserk. He will have a tantrum. And I mean, he's treating a lot of us like shit. That's my main thing.
Well, I had
Ninja,
issues with him. You already know that, right? So,
Yeah.
Ninja,
of
I think
course.
there's
That
something
was
up
on
with
my
your
own
mic
show.
too.
yeah, your mic seems to be
Yeah, I just wanted
chippy
to.
kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll fix
But-
it.
But yeah, so what is it that you want to do now? What do you think you have to do? Because if it's getting out of hand, you might have to avoid him.
Oh, he's not coming on my show ever again. It's
Okay,
that simple. Because he already had drama with Austin,
Mhm.
in which number one, yeah, that's a whole completely different thing with them, and we're all just pissed off, including Zach, Sauerkraus, everyone really. So we're just letting him go.
Okay, but have you told him? Have you tried to work it out with him? Have you spoke to him?
Yes, we've already worked out with him, and he's okay with it. So
Okay, but no, but my question was, have you worked out, like you've told him the issues that you were having, right? Has he tried to change that?
Well, actually, I tried working out with him yesterday on Facebook, and he said he would. But here's the thing: I don't know if he will, because he's already promised so many times that he would change, but he always repeats the same exact shit constantly.
Mm-hmm. And is it ruining your streams?
Some of them, yeah. Okay. Like, do you remember when I had you on the one time? It completely ruined that whole stream. It completely ruined the help and everything. So, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I remember that stream.
Also embarrasses us completely.
So my point is, if that's the case, then yes, cut ties with him. You know what I mean? Let him do his own stuff. You do your own stuff. Because at the end of the day, this drama that we have on YouTube it's just not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't come on YouTube for drama. I come on YouTube to just relax.
It's a bunch of haters out there, man. It's a bunch of haters coming out. You know, when you open the floodgates, you can't determine what you're releasing. You know, a majority, which is racist, and then you have your others, haters, procrastinators, instigators. They're just all flowing, and they're gonna touch you, and they're gonna try and get you out of character. You just got to show them you're stronger than them. Don't give them any attention, and they'll die out, man.
Yeah,
that is correct.
Fuck him. Cut him out.
They heat me up, man. They heat me up. They try, you know, like.
Go ahead.
No, and don't take this the wrong way, Ninjroid, or anybody here on the panel. But Ninjroid, I know, you sound like I think you're a little younger, and you and EJ and all them are a little younger than the rest of us. What's that?
Yeah, he is young. He's younger than the rest of us. That is correct.
But so, we're all very, very far. I mean, I'm a little younger than the top three too, but we're all mostly far removed from high school, so we kind of like got away from drama just a little bit. So the point is, like, we're too old for that shit. You know what I mean? We come on here to have fun and get away. You know what I mean? Whereas maybe if you're younger, maybe you're not as far removed from high school. Maybe you've only been out for a couple years. You're still hanging out with the same people. You realize the drama, it's like, it's just not worth it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And the thing is, what's kind of good though, Austin, is that you be hanging out with like Robert Storms in his chat. You be watching us all the time, so you get an adult perspective of things, and that really helps. If you take some of the advice we give you, we're not always right, but at least sometimes we try to at least. We've been through stuff like, we've all been through the drama. Roberto's been through it. Gaishka's been through it. Josh has been through it, So the only thing we can do is at least try to give you guys our experience and maybe give you an ideas on how to handle it. And the best thing to do is just cut ties, move on, do your thing. He does his thing,
Yeah, exactly.
Look at it as a test. Don't fail it.
Yep.
Exactly. And it's
Sorry,
you can give. I was just gonna say you can give chances, and I know you guys have given him chance after chance, but at the end of the day, how many chances can you actually give a person before you have to say it's time to cut that shit off?
Exactly.
That's right.
Or before another guy sees he's getting away with that, and he jumps on that train, and then you got another one, and you got 6 or 7, and then what's your purpose, man?
Yeah,
exactly.
And I've been. Be a
go ahead,
man.
Jessica.
He's gotta be a man. Be somebody. That's all, man.
And I've been watching you guys' channels from the start. And I always said, you guys keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna get the subs. You're gonna get everything you want. You know what I mean? Keep doing your Star Wars stuff. But the drama stuff, you gotta leave that. Leave that behind.
Exactly.
It's so.
I want to say what up to Mama Bear. Sorry, guys. Just had to throw that out there.
I know you took your words right out of my mouth. It was coming.
Well, you took mine, so I had to take one from you, son. That's what we do. We got each other's backs up here, yo.
Yeah, I know. That's why when I was giving the shout outs, you should have said it right away, so I wouldn't have got that note in the chat about not saying hi. You know.
I hear
But
you, but I told you I smoked that BC Chronic, so you can't hold me liable to anything tonight, man.
Shit.
I'm looking over there and I'm seeing shit, and I'm like, should I interrupt or? Because if I don't say something, that shit's poof, it's gone. Next.
Yeah, hey man, I know how it is. So if you guys say something, you just cut us off because
All
if
right.
someone keeps talking, it's gonna be like, what the fuck was I gonna say again? You know?
Yeah.
Because the
Roberto's
timing
gonna-
usually is when Josh is talking. You know, I don't want him to think it's personal. You know.
Roberto's gonna get.
No,
Roberto's gonna.
no, I don't. No, I've learned to just cut in. I try to be polite, but sometimes you just gotta cut in. Like
I hear
shout
you.
out to Chris.
Yeah.
Shout out Chris Knight if you're in there.
Oh,
Nah. That's my
my
dude. Though.
bullshit.
Love him, man. Love you, Chris.
He's listening, so he's probably gonna be fucking.
Roberto's gonna be jumping in like if he has Tourette's.
You know, it's because if you guys recall, on Saturday, I was just sitting back and listening. I was kind of losing my way a bit, right? But I was just waiting for my turn. I didn't want to jump in. And when I said that, you know, I'm just waiting for my turn to get in. He got all protective and said, well, you know, nobody else said anything. I was just waiting for my turn because I'm still learning this game, right? I don't want to cut people off or be a mic hog, but I'll be honest. If 2-3 seconds go by and I don't blurt it out, man, it could be something you're really missing. Because that shit, like I said,
Not
You're
only
not
that,
sound effects?
at our age, we'd be like, "Oh shit, what was that again?
Well,
What was that? Was gonna say?"
I'm a little bit ahead of you and Onzo, so I'm feeling it a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
And
I might
you're a
be
little
younger
more
than you,
ahead
but
of
I'm
me,
there.
and way
Well,
more
wait.
ahead of Nindroid.
No, you
Are you
ain't.
guys? Are you guys in the club yet?
In the club, the what? The 40s club?
The
No.
50.
50. Oh, not yet, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
Not even
But you
close.
better recognize. You better recognize.
So that
Not
means
yet,
in the
man.
hockey locker. That means in the hockey locker room, it smells like fucking Bengay and
Bengay.
8535. You walk
You know
in
what?
there, then.
Dude, you know,
With most of my
you
colleagues,
don't have a lot
yes.
of gray though.
I don't have any gray. No Grecian
A little
formula.
bit.
I
I have a
shaved that
couple
shit
of
up.
a little
My
bit.
beard, this is just to show I got wisdom.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a little gray in your beard, people don't listen to you, man. What the fuck you know? You ain't been nowhere. Listen, son. Well, I'm gonna get this fucking shit down because I'm all over the place, you know. But yeah,
I'm gonna start fucking calling you Gandalf then.
it's a little hard. You can call me that because that's one smart motherfucker. But listen, the thing is nowadays you try and give advice and you kind of feel insulted, you know? I don't want to come off and take the mic and rant now, but it just, you know, rolled into it. You try and give advice. It's like trying to help that person across the street who doesn't want to be helped, but yet they look like they want to be helped. So you go and offer some advice to someone. You're not making anything off of them, but yet they tell you, don't pitch me, man. Don't sell me, man. What do you talk about, man? And I get fucking angry. So right now, it's not even about debating what I originally came with. Now I'm like ready to demolish you. You fucking stupid. I'm trying to help you, you stupid ass mofo. And you're just fucking not realizing it. But, you know, maybe 20 years down the line, you might, when you see the guy, your friend that I helped, and he's laughing at you, you stupid ass motherfucker. You got to listen. Some of us have knowledge to share with no profit intended. Just, you know, feel good about helping somebody. That's all. We just want to help.
Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why we created this show. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much.
And it's kind of funny because before Roberto said he was coming on, I was like, man, I want to do a show like where we just keep it real and stuff like that, you know? And then when Roberto was coming on, he was talking about it. He's like, yeah, I want to do a show where we just keep it real. And I was like, it's me too, bro. So that's where this came in.
Coming like psychologists without degrees on the wall. We're like life psychologists. And if we're not talking real shit, then you call us out. And we'll have an open discussion because, you know, no one's taking anything personal. It's all about learning and sharing. That's the purpose of the show, to know that you're not alone in your thoughts, because it feels good to know that somebody else eats banana and bread. Right, Caleb? or Khalib? Because I have a friend named Taleb who spells it the same way as you with a T. So I'm calling you Caleb. You got a problem with that? Winston it with some banana.
I'll jump on that King David comment.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
King.
Jump on it, sir.
Absolutely. Especially in these times, man. It's a true and real thing that's going on today. And backing up what Roberta was saying, when people come up to you and talk to you, listen. Don't, especially today, you got to listen. Be kind to each other, because you never know what that other person's going through, and maybe what your words might actually change their day, or whatever. The worst thing that happens, the guy tells you to fuck off, and you just say, okay, have a great day, But especially today, man, just have to be kind to each other, man, because it's heavy on a lot of people. It's heavy on me personally. I know other people that are going through a very rough time, serious rough time, who battle with depression and even suicidal thoughts. It's a reality out there, and you gotta really sometimes get out of your comfort zone, and if you know people that are going through these troubles, by all means, pick up that phone, call them, FaceTime.
Do you guys believe in training yourselves? Like repetition, that through repetition, you will eventually get it? Okay. Let me ask you guys this question. More times than not, when you're having these thoughts, aren't they kind of like self-inflicted? You're sitting there and you put yourself in those thoughts and try and figure out how to get over those thoughts and how those thoughts came to be and why me, and along those lines, right?
Absolutely.
Well,
if you start, Josh, hold on. Sorry, because poof.
No, wait. Yeah.
If you see yourself starting that momentum to have those thoughts, and you start practicing distracting yourself, be it a favorite movie, a favorite fictional character, something that made you laugh. You just think of something along those lines. Every time these things happen, you will train yourself to not think of depressive things.
Absolutely.
We don't have a degree behind us, but this is something I train myself. Because we are all human. We all reach low bottom. Doesn't matter how you got there, you're there. And how you survive it is the story that you have to share. And this is my story. Distraction with positive stuff, because we are so involved in our negative, we don't give ourselves credit for the positives. You forget to lock the door. You stupid motherfucker, you forgot to lock the door. But those 619 consecutive times you locked the door, did you ever tell yourself once, man, I locked the door? Did you ever do that once? No. Let's start fucking doing it. Start fucking doing it. People will look at you, you're weird, but you're happy in your own skin.
And to go off with Roberta was saying, first, Josh, you had something before I say it. What I said.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, and it might sound a little dark, Gosh, Roberto. We're human beings. We're supposed to have these feelings. We're supposed to be depressed every now and then. It's like the Disney Pixar movie Inside Out. It's like if you're happy all the time, like 24/7, it doesn't work out for you. And if you're sad all the time, 24/7, not healthy either. So that's why you need a balance. You need to have a thought like, oh man, I'm gonna die one day. Could be tomorrow. You need to just think about it and then move on and then move forward. Yeah. And it affects everybody, dude. Even Robin Williams, dude. Even like a guy who has everything, millionaire. I mean, that could be why he's depressed. You know what I mean? That could have been why he just has everything. There's no other mountain to climb. There's nothing left. So it's not just the poor and down and out. It's everybody. We all have to go through it, and we all have to move forward.
Absolutely.
Man.
And like, this is what I was.
Go ahead.
No, guys, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say. I was gonna say. Listen, we have gone through hard trouble. I hit a down low when my mom passed away, and many people didn't know. Like my people around me didn't know, but my at home people did know, right? And it gets to a point where even repetition sometimes doesn't really work, because you get lost in that repetitive cycle of feeling that way. And I just remember one time losing my shit at home and screaming over nonsense. And my wife just looked at me, told the kids to go to the next room. And she goes, "What are you doing?" And I just broke down. And that's when I actually went and I saw a professional for a couple of times, like 3 or 4 times. And they gave you tricks. So sometimes, don't shy away from that either. You know, there's services out there, there's phone numbers you can call and things like that. If you're not around the people, or you feel that, because sometimes you feel the other people around you are insincere with what they're telling you, you know, and you don't want that pity party type of thing, and you're thinking that's what you're getting, then, you know, you have other resources you can use, right? But like I said, I just wanted to share that you know, we've all lived certain things in our life that really has dragged us down, but there's people out there. Sometimes the least person you can expect are the ones that might say 2 or 3 words that open up those eyes, and the next day is another day, and you're just hustling for the next better thing, right? That's what it is.
That's correct. Andrew said, super rich people I've met often totally depressed because they feel like they should be happy because they have money, but they still aren't. So then they feel guilty or something. That's the thing. Money does not always bring happiness. It can add to it, but it does not bring happiness. And to go back to what his question was, yeah, absolutely. If you guys already know, how many of you know I went through a 5-year depression where I was like, I wanted to end my life, man. Like, it was that bad. You know what I mean? I had nobody. I lived in an apartment where I just had a mattress and a TV. You know, I was going through the motions, like just working back. Work was just to pay bills. I had a good paying job too, but I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because I was depressed. So it happens to us all. I didn't go see any help like Aishker did, but something knocked me out of it right away. You know what I mean? It was like, and when that situation happened to me, I was able to kind of step back and be like, you know what? I'm going to have to do this a different way. I'm going to have to think about a different way. And when you're in a depression, all you do is think about, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Why is this? And we think about all the bad things. But Roberto's right. At the end of the day, sometimes we got to start thinking about good things. If it's just one thing every day, you know what I mean? We got to train our minds to absolutely think that, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I think it is, you know? My cousin killed himself, like, I think it's 2 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago now.
Sorry,
And, well, it's all good, man. He was going through some stuff. I tried to reach out to him because I know I was going through my stuff, and I couldn't reach him. You know what I mean? He never called me back or anything. Went missing for a while, but then when they found him, he had passed away. So like Aishka said, man, it's always good to at least try and get out. But if you can't do it yourself, then get some help. You know, don't feel no way about going to see a psychiatrist. And people are like, oh, you're really going to see a psychiatrist? No, you go do that shit, man. Because whatever makes
Times
you
are
better.
different, man. Times are different. Times are
Absolutely.
different.
Absolutely.
No one is making fun of you for seeing a psychologist. If anything, they're offering you a ride there. They want you to get help because we understand that this is something serious, man. It's not a joke. Ego plays a big role in that too. People with their ego, they don't want to talk. I didn't want to go see no psychologist because I didn't feel I was one of those people. But I did go see one, you know, for marriage counseling. And I don't, you know, they have their opinion and I respect their trade, but that's just not me. Like some people don't do church. I don't do that. I don't believe in medication. I try and stay away from medication. And now medication's being pushed on people like Tic Tacs. Everyone's so quick to diagnose you. You stutter, you're ADHD. You forget something, you're bipolar. You know, there's all like they just throw stuff at you like that. You know, take this medication, then you don't see that guy again. It's all in the same realm, huh? Because when you start hanging by yourself and you don't talk to people, you start talking to yourself, and suddenly somebody's talking back to you, and he ain't telling you good shit. He's telling you all kinds of fucked up shit, and people start disappearing out of your life, and you start believing this fucking voice because he's telling you stuff to make these people disappear. So, you know, talk to a good friend, talk to a friend, and sometimes it might not be your homie that you hang with all the time, yo. It could be just that person that asks you how you are, and they're really asking you how you are, not just an opener in a conversation. That's the person you go and talk to, and when you see that you're not alone, man, that feeling is fucking amazing.
And to add what Roberto's saying is, remember also, you're not a burden on anybody for asking for help or talking to someone. Remember, there's a statistic that even says, right, that 95% of the time that you ask a family member or a friend for help and you think you're a burden, they actually tell you not at all, right? Because like I said, I'd rather drive you to the doctor or drive you wherever it is than drive to your funeral. So that's facts. That's
also
facts.
Another thing, and you guys probably don't want to hear this from me of all people, but it is true, man. Get some physical activity, dude. Roberto, you know this better than anybody else. You play sports. Go outside, go for a walk, go for a jog or whatever. Get in that whatever, your serotonin or whatever chemicals it is up, getting outside and getting some fresh air, walking around, getting some physical, punch the heavy bag or go to the gym, do something like that. Take your mind off of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I can say one good thing about this whole COVID thing is a lot of people are starting to get active because of it. A lot more people are walking, buying equipment,
Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead, Anzo. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Like I was gonna say, I remember one time when I was going through my depression, man, no word of a lie, I was walking down the street. Some woman that did not even know me looked at me and was like, "Smile, it'll get better."
Where do you think that message came from?
Just that alone, bro. Just that alone was like, first off, it brought me to tears, right? And then I was like, like this woman don't know me. And she's like, she could see the pain in my face. So at that point too, I was like, I got to start thinking differently. Like I really do, because I can't be walking around like a zombie.
Even if it was a coincidence, Anzo, look what it did for you. It was an uplifting moment. If you take it, if you let your ego play a role, you'd be like, "Fuck you, bitch! Who told you I'm depressed? I don't need you telling me shit. I know who I am." An ego would do that. But you see, because you let your ego down, you're at a point where you're just looking for someone to say the right thing to you. A total stranger enlightened you, man. That's deep, yo.
And I don't take that as a coincidence at all, bro. It's not.
If you did, you wouldn't be where you are.
Yeah, it's not, because what are the chances? You know what I mean? Like if you think of the chances, me walking down the street, this woman doing that, somebody was sending me a sign. I truly believe that,
I give you a creepy sign like that too. I don't mean to hog the mic, but I did tell you guys I'm high on some BC Chronic.
Do you think, bro?
I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. I was at the Jean Talon market. I'm sure all of you guys, besides our American friends, have visited Jean Talon
It's a market. It's a market.
Basically, it's a human anthill. It's very narrow and it's very congested with people flowing in directions, right? So I'm there with my kids. We're going up the stairwell to go down the stairwell. I don't know if you guys recall this entrance, but we're walking up the stairs and I see this guy at the very end standing by the handrail, just standing there. Everybody's going this way, everybody's going that way. It's just like this, right? I'm walking. As I get up to this guy, he does this to me. I look to my left, I look to my right. I'm like, yo, about 5,000 people pass you. Why the fuck you ask me? You think I'm a sucker? This is what I'm saying in my head, right? To this day, that man haunts me. Because I don't know why he chose me of all those people to put his hand out and I didn't give him any. And I fucking feel bad. Could that have been a sign? Could that have been a coincidence? I'm telling you, there was a lot of fucking people. He just singled me out.
It happens, bro. You know what I mean? And then when you see those signs and if you ignore them, you don't stop thinking about them. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't.
You don't stop thinking about it all the time. It's like, fuck, I should have did this. I should have did that, And
it'd be so easy to just say it's just a random thing, coincidence. What if you don't look at it third person to realize that all these people were there? Because some people walk fucking blind, huh? They have no idea, like zombies. Like I study everybody, man. I study everybody when I'm walking, like I'm a fucking computer. but I ain't like freaked out, like just scanning everybody. And if someone sticks out, I lock on them because you know what the metros are like, Anzo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's all freaks in there every day. You got to spot them and show them you're not a victim. Just keep going about your business. Find somebody else, and lost my thought.
I said that was gonna happen. What was that?
He had a Wonder Woman moment, man. He started talking.
I love this show. Man. Get away with murder.
Ninja, you've been quiet. Any thoughts?
Listening, man. Educating
no, actually. Just listening into everything. So, yeah.
All right. Just keep listening because we're trying to help you guys, especially the young ones too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of the
I respect that you're listening.
Oh, yeah, me too. Absolutely.
For sure.
One of the reasons why I really thought about doing this show is because I remember when I was on Storms Live, I told some of the information about my mom dying and stuff like that. And someone said, oh my God, your story was an inspiration to me, And that was like, okay, well, if I can inspire one person, then hopefully I can do something to inspire more people. And that's why this is one of the reasons I like doing this show. Khalib said I had thoughts of killing myself in 2018 because my aunt, that was basically my second mom to me, died and I just couldn't handle it. So then I went and talked to my mom about it and it helped a lot. And that's the thing, man, when you lose somebody, that shit hurts, bro. It hurts, man.
Especially when it's early in life.
Where's the market he spoke about?
In Montreal.
The John Talal market, yes, in Montreal. But what I was saying is, I watched my mom pass away for a whole year. I just watched it, and that shit broke me, man. Really broke me. It broke me to the fact to where cancer runs in my family. You know what I mean? And if I catch it, I'm not doing chemo. I am not doing chemo. I am not doing it. I saw what it did to my mom, and I am not doing it. The only way I will do it is if they tell me that doing it will cure it. That's the only way. Yeah, that's the only way. Then I'll take that chance and do it. But what it did to her and had nothing, didn't help at all. I was like, what's the point? It looked to me, it was like it was killing her more faster than the cancer was.
It's almost like when they find out and they do chemo, it goes into full effect, man. That's why I don't like when older people go to the hospital. It's like bad news just suddenly happens all the time, man.
Yep.
My mom was there and I'm just praying, just get out of there. When I'm always asking every day, is she better? Could I take her home? Could I get her out of here? I just don't feel good, man.
I know.
Even though she's in a good place, taking care of it just uneasy.
I know, bro.
Cancer's a bitch, man.
Worse.
My mother-in-law battled stage 4 colon cancer for 8 years before she died. We saw her go from having it being rushed to the hospital to emergency operation to healing her. She couldn't do any chemo, any treatment until all her scars and operation stuff healed. Then she did a full intensive of chemo. Then she continued chemo. Then she did this experimental operation in Rosemont Hospital. She was okay for a year, and then it came back with a vengeance. They gave her radiation, chemo live right on the organs and everything, and it came back strong. But it was already stage 4, and I know what you're saying, and I respect what you're saying, Anzo. You don't want to do that. My mom was the same way. She said if I got cancer, that she wasn't going to do anything, which to this day, I think that's what she had, even if the doctors didn't come out and said it. But she got to see her grandchildren in those 8 years, and it wasn't all bad when she was going to her treatments. It was 8 years that she got to see her grandkids and her kids live parts of their life, right? I know that it was important for her to stick around. until the point that she saw my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law were okay in their life. You know what I mean? And it's like once that happened, that was it. Yeah.
I
So,
think my mom too. Like when the night my mom passed, I think she waited until I left that hospital to let go, because when I was there, like the whole family was there. My son's mother, my son was there. My son was young though. My aunts were all there. And she was in the bed. She was not coherent, nothing, just sleeping in the bed. My cousins were coming up from Toronto, so called me and it's like, yeah, we're here. And like, okay, I'm gonna come down there, open up the door, let you guys come in, and then I want to come back up. When I left and I went to get them, I got a call as soon as I got to the house, and it was like, your mom took her last breath. And I was like, yeah, she waited until I left that hospital before she did that.
It's crazy how they know, because my mom was living with us. My dad was hunting in the States, and my mom was with us in LaSalle. And then she got a cold, and she was wheezing a lot. And all of a sudden, she looks at me and she goes, "I want to go home." I'm like, "Well, you're not gonna go home by yourself, right?" And my wife's grandmother said, "Okay, listen, I'll go with you and I'll stay with you." Dude, I spoke to her, and just how like freaky this shit is, right? I spoke to her one day. She was feeling better. She's like, "Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna make myself some steak and this and that." I walked around the woods and everything. I get a call at 6 a.m. I had to rush to the hospital, and she passed away, just like that. But she wanted to be home. She didn't want to take any chance of her passing away in our house with my kids there. It's like they have this premonition type thing. It's crazy. It really is.
One of the reasons why I don't talk to a lot of my aunts is because I made the decision, because it was like around Christmas time, and I made the decision that if my mom passes away, she's going to pass away in the apartment with us because it was like maybe 3 or 4 weeks before Christmas, and she got really bad, and the nurse would come and come see her every day. And I went to the store, and when I came back, my aunts were like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, Mom has to go to the hospital right now. We have to go to the hospital." So I'm like, "Why?" And my son and mother like, because they said she probably won't last too much longer. So I said, well, it's getting close to Christmas. I'm not going to be walking back and forth and sleeping in the hospitals with my kid and everything like that. I said, if my mom is going to pass, she's going to pass here in this house with us, surrounded by family. You know what I mean? And look, bro, Christmas Day, my mom woke up and asked for food. She woke up on Christmas Day and was like, "I'm hungry." And I remember, she started getting a little bit stronger too, because at one point she couldn't walk. She couldn't get out of bed. She couldn't walk. So I had to carry my mom into the living room if she wanted to watch TV or something like that, carry her back into the bathroom. My son's mother would take her to the bathroom if she had to go to the bathroom. So one night I'm sleeping, and I hear like walking around. So I'm like, what the hell? So I get up and I see my mom walk into the bathroom. I'm like, "Mom, what the hell are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, no, I can do it. I can do it." I'm like, no, I don't care. You're not doing that. You know what I mean? I don't care what time it is. If what time it is, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, you wake me up, wake up, and will help you, whatever. So one day, we were sitting on the couch in the living room watching TV. And I told her what happened, I told her about how she was like, and told her why the sister didn't talk to me or why they were mad. It's not that they wouldn't talk to me, but they were kind of mad, you know what I mean, that I didn't put her in the hospital. And my mom was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this. I must be such a burden to you." And I was like, "Don't you ever say that to me again. You were never a burden to me. I would do this over and over again if I had to." You know what I mean? So it's like you said, man, watching people pass away like that is not easy. But when my dad passed away, I had regrets. And when it was my mom, I said, I will not regret anything. I will do whatever I can to make sure that transition is peaceful and she has love all around her when she passed away. And that's what I did.
I just want everybody to know something. when my mom died, the day after my mom died, that's when my world came down apart. Anzo and I, we haven't talked in probably years and stuff like that. The first person to call me was Anzo. Brother, you don't know how much that phone call meant. Bro, there's no words to express that. But that call, we're talking about talking to people, man. That call gave me an energy that you cannot possibly imagine.
I feel you, bro.
It made me be able to function for the days to come until the day I buried my mom, bro. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, bro.
The show keeps it real, people. The show keeps it real.
That's what we do.
If you guys weren't here when Anzo and I did our first two shows, and if I could tell you, and Danny could tell you in the chat, we got more deep than most black guys have got probably deep in history.
Facts.
It's too bad that Caleb, I'm going to call you K for now. It's too bad K wasn't there because we straight up talked about this whole stigma of black kids growing up about being men and not crying, and this whole ego thing that's involved. It's when you get older, you just look back with regrets. Because like Josh said, I've said it many times, I'm sure everybody here has said it, there's two to everything. If you get upset, you have to release. If you laugh, you have to cry. You eat, you go to the bathroom, yin and yang,
Absolutely, man.
And that's what I tell people, like, yo, if you gotta cry, you fucking go and cry. Don't give a fuck about what anybody says. Bro, I sat on the bus one day and I just broke down on the bus. I just broke down and I was crying on the bus, man, and I just had to let it out, Sometimes when you let that shit out.
You were holding that shit too long, because I know you did not want that shit to come out in the bus.
Absolutely.
But you've been holding that shit so long to the point you could not control it. A little thought, bang, that shit just came out like a faucet, I'm sure. Uncontrollable, right? Hyperventilating kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
One time.
And it's not healthy. It's not healthy. I don't know if any of you guys ever had a panic attack.
All the time.
That shit ain't funny. I had it once in life, and the way it happened, I don't ever want that shit to happen again. Because again, I stepped out of the box and thought. I always said to myself, why do people always try and fight fainting? You're not going to win. When you fight it, you end up doing more damage to yourself. I felt dizzy. I sat my ass on the floor and just got ready to just lie down and started breathing. Next thing you know, I was back up on my feet saying, what the fuck just happened there, yo?
I fell flat on my fucking face in the staircase, man. Yeah, neighbor called the ambulance and everything. My father came up, started shaking me. What the fuck's the matter with you? Man, it was terrible.
Oscar, can I ask you this? Do you know where it came from?
Yeah.
Well, with me, I could say maybe I know, but when it happened, those thoughts weren't there. I just finished butting a spliff. I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom. I'm looking in the mirror, brushing my teeth. And next thing you know, I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I sweating so much? What's going on? Like, and now I'm looking down and I can see the droplets in the fucking sink. I'm like, what? Let me sit down here. What's going on? Then I started getting like, I said, hold on. Went down to the floor, That's how it happened to me. Like, I had no negative thoughts at all. But I was carrying something with me for a while. That my ego didn't let me talk to anybody because I didn't feel anybody would give me the right answer. How do I know the fucking right answer? I wouldn't be in that predicament if I knew the answer.
Right.
But it's a struggle when you fight yourself, yo.
And
you're your worst enemy, man. You're your own worst enemy.
I say that all the time.
Thing. That is the thing, my issue, like, take aside what happened with my parents. I couldn't control that. But the kick of the one that put me over was when I got caught cheating and my son's mother left me. Then I actually had nobody, you know what I mean? And when you get to that point, you get to the point where you start feeling guilty and you start fucking like, what did I do? You start questioning yourself, you start doing this and you start doing that. And man, sometimes that's life, man. Life is
Life, la la la.
no, it is, but it's not easy, right? And I think that sooner or later, most people will hit that rock bottom. You know what I mean? Or get close to it, get that depression, and get this and get that. It's how you get back from it. You know what I mean? And that's what makes you the strong person. Because I remember I went to my sister's 50th birthday party and I did not want to go, man. I really did not want to go. And I went, you know what I mean? I left. I stayed, keep my distance, say hi, whatever to everybody, but I was like sitting on the chair, and it was like a couple months after my mom died. And a family friend comes up to me and he is like, you know what? If what happened to you happened to me, I would have killed myself. And at the time, I was like, damn, you know, this guy, like, I took it like in a bad way. Like, what the hell are you trying to tell me? I should kill myself? But then I started thinking about it. And I'm like, well, he was trying to tell me that I am stronger than I thought I was. Because at that point, I did not feel strong. You know what I mean? But when you get past it and you think back and reflect, you realize how strong you actually are. You know,
Once you take
anybody, go ahead, guys.
Once you take those steps in order to improve yourself, you're already stronger than you were.
Mm-hmm.
Right
there.
And if I could give anything to maybe change this topic, and I know it's a serious topic, but it's getting a little long and it's affecting the soul right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
if I could
Danny
say,
is in the house.
I gotta censor my shit.
There you go. He's doing the Danny shuffle.
Oh, Danny.
I pity the fool in the background.
I guess we could go on to something else because I just had a poof moment. This is sad, yo. This is really sad. I pity the fool.
LDG, I sent him the link, so he wants to come in. I'm pretty sure he has something to say about this because he went through some shit too as well, you know? Danny, what are your thoughts?
I couldn't have brighten the mood. Y'all talking this depressing stuff for the past 52 minutes.
I just said that, Danny. I just said that. I just wanted to go out with like a one-line banger and then hit another topic, but you came in and I forgot the one line.
Good.
Happen again.
Mr. Storms wants to come in too, so I'm gonna send him the link as well.
Yeah.
Time we had 9 people on this show, yo.
Yeah, I don't.
People.
What's
up, John?
Problems about that one.
No, it's a great show. I don't want to undermine it. I at one point had something I wanted to get off my chest, but it's kind of too late now.
No, man.
No. I'll still talk about it. I had a plan earlier in the week, and it was something that possibly could have got people out of depression and maybe stopped them from jumping off a bridge. But I think it might. I don't know, man. It wound up. I want to talk to the people with GameStop stock who had it. First off, I wanted to say congratulations, for sticking it to the man and, getting it all the way up there. You made it $400 a share. But I was going to tell you guys, I was going to say, be responsible now. I mean, you did what you wanted to do. And yeah, it's too late. The stock went to $100 from $400. So I didn't get a chance
I sure wish they'd sell it. Wish I'd have got some of that shit when it was $3 a damn share. God.
Right. But for the people, I mean, somebody's going to be left with the hot potato, and they're going to be left sticking the bill. So I don't know, man. Be responsible fiscally and think about your families, and don't put your money into stupid shit. That's what I was going to say. Be smart, do your research. Don't necessarily put all your money into Dogecoin. It's a garbage cryptocurrency. But yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. It's too late though. The stock dropped and crashed.
What is up, Mr. Storms, what's going on?
What's up, Rob?
What's up, man? How's it going?
The real Rob is in the house.
See you at the baseball cap and everything. Look at you, bro.
I know, look at my blue Bulls hat, man, with my Jordan shirt, man.
Oh, Danny.
Glad you could join us, brother.
Yeah, my girl's getting ready to take a shower, so I figured I'd jump in for a little bit.
Appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Gaishka, you got something else you want to get off your chest, right?
Yeah, man, but Rob jumped in and he wants to go ahead before his girl jumps out of the shower naked and he loses all concentration.
Yeah, did you have anything you want to talk about? Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
I don't got a whole much. I don't have a whole lot to say, but I was here when Basco was talking about how he had the death of the family and he had people there to help him. I just want to say that, like, I think all of us at one point or another, I know Anzo went through it. I know that for sure. I don't know about everybody else. But, you know, when you lose someone who you really care about, it hurts a lot. And you have to have, like, a good backbone, like a good support system to help you through it. So when I heard him talking about that, it kind of hit home for me because I literally was just talking to my girl like 30 minutes ago on the way here about my father-in-law and how my father-in-law, when he passed away, it was very sudden. It was the day after Christmas, and he felt more like my father than my actual father. So, you know, it was hard times. So when I heard you guys talking about that, it kind of hit home, and I kind of felt it. And I just kind of wanted to say that. I really don't have anything to say. Like, for once in my life, things are good. So I don't have nothing to get off my chest this week.
Awesome.
Hey, what?
Respect.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear, dude. Good to hear.
Just went on mute because I don't think you guys deserve to hear me eating this nice crunchy apple.
All right.
And you know, it's like I talk about my mom passing a lot, you know what I mean? But my dad was that's where my regrets come in, you know what I mean? Because he was fine. He was fine. I came home from work. I was living with them. I came home from work, you know what I mean? And I used to pay my dad rent or whatever. So first thing he says, he's like, "Where's my rent?" And I'm like, "Dad, I don't get paid this week. I get paid next week," you know? It's like, okay. So it was a Friday night. I'm going to Blockbuster, gonna rent a movie, gonna rent a video game, whatever, and just chill and have a night. And when I got to Blockbuster, I got the call. You know, my son's mother was like, "Oh, your father's in the hospital." So I'm like, "For what?" You know? And she's like, "Oh, it's the same thing because he had the same issue the year before." So my mind was like, "Oh, you know," I'm thinking, no problem. They're gonna let him go the next day, check him out, let him go. He's gonna be fine. But when I got there and I saw the look on my mom's face, I knew how serious it was. Like it was. My mom was shaking. I never seen my mom like that. To make a long story short, every day I went to the hospital, he got worse. And my regret was that from the first day he was there, he was supposed to have a test to find out what was wrong with him. And they never gave him that test. He had 2 strokes the first night in the hospital, right? And they never gave him that test. So every day he got worse. My mom kept telling me, "Anzo, don't worry about it. I got this. Go home, take care of your son, take care of your family, do this, do that. I got this. And every day I went back to the hospital. I was like, "Mom, you have the test?" "No." "Mom, you have the test?" "No." And I should have fucking railed off in that hospital to make sure that he got the test. And that is my regret, that I did not get, excuse my language, but I did not get niggerish in that hospital. That was my regret.
You know what, Anzo? I don't mean to interrupt, but I have a similar story in the same situation with my father-in-law. He was sick for a couple weeks. They thought it was a fever. They sent him home. He ended up getting, like, his skin was really yellow, and they had to issue him into a hospital. Come to find out, he had something wrong with his liver. And his liver was his liver was failing him. And never once did I visit him in the hospital because me as a person, I could not handle seeing him in the hospital like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's okay, man. That's what it's here for. Get it out. I know, bro. I know.
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
I know. This is what we're here for. Get it off. Get that shit out. I say it many times. If you need to ball. I don't care. Do what you gotta do, bro.
But they knew what was wrong with him. They just left him there for weeks. Never helped him. It wasn't until we threatened to sue the hospital, they transferred him to an Orlando hospital. And by that time, it was too late. His liver was already gone, and it hurts me because never once did I go up to see him because I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle seeing him like that. And the day when they told me they were going to take him, December 26th, when they told me they were going to take him off the life support, I didn't even go up there with my ex-wife because I couldn't handle it. The moment that they needed me,
you weren't there. I know. But the thing is, it hurts, and I know you have regrets for that, but now you have to let go of it, Rob. I had to let go of my pain too. I really did, because someone
this is a good
told
way
me
of doing it.
Exactly. And someone told me, it's like, you know what? Even if you did do what you did, there is no telling that would have changed the outcome. And I had to really sit down and think, you know what? You're right. Maybe if he had the test, they still wouldn't have been able to help him.
If you got niggerish, they might have put you out the hospital and not permit you to see him anymore. There's many things that could have happened had you acted out. So you can't really take the blame for somebody else's incompetence. And it's sad that you have to carry that burden with you. It's really sad. My father-in-law, he felt like his bladder was going to blow. We couldn't wait for the ambulance. I took him in my car directly to emergency. He couldn't even walk in the hospital. We had to get him a wheelchair to get him in. I told the woman, I'd never seen someone in so much pain. He had to pee excruciatingly, but he couldn't. It was almost like he had stones, but he didn't. They told him to sit in the emergency and wait. I lost it. They put me out. I was watching through the window while we're sitting there. All the nurses and I don't know, these fake doctors, whatever they are in the triage area, they were all on Wish on the computer in a circle looking at items. I told my wife, maybe it's sad to say, but maybe we should cut him so he bleeds. Because when you go there with blood, they deal with you right away. No blood. Yeah. Go sit in there and wait. It don't matter if your temperature is like near death. You sit there and wait. And it's fucking sad. The thoughts that go through your head when the outcome is bad. You can't carry that with you. I'm sorry, Rob. It's good that you let that out here. You can't carry that with you.
Absolutely.
I don't handle those moments too well either. And like I told people earlier, I trick myself into doing these things, just so I don't carry this burden with me, because as much as we try and not think about it, it's fucking there. And the only way it's going to get out is talking about it and knowing that you have people who understand and don't blame you. So this shit will purge out your system.
That is correct. Because like we're saying, when my mom was supposed to go to the hospital, I said no. My aunt, my mom, that was around the time where she couldn't walk, right? So I had to carry everywhere. But when they did that, it was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go to my mom's other sister's house, right? because one of the rules was like, you guys can't be drinking. You know, my mom likes to drink and stuff like that. And I'm like, you can't be drinking around my mom because it's just not fair to her. You know what I mean? So they left. They left to go to my other aunt's house so that they could drink, right? And I know it had to do with the fact that I didn't put her in the hospital. And then my aunt got sick. She caught a cold, and she was like, oh, Anzo, I caught a cold. And I'm like, well, if you're sick, you definitely can't come here until that cold is gone, right? Because I don't want to give any chance of my mom catching your cold and that fucking up her immune system. And till this day, I know I did the right thing because she got better, and she had from December till a little before June, where she was able to talk, we were able to communicate, was eating. And I know if I had put her in the hospital in December, she would have died then. So I know I did the right thing. LDG, what is up, my friend?
What up, Pix?
What's going on, guys?
What's up? What you got to say, my friend?
Mephisto in the house.
It's a deep show today, bro. It's deep.
Dude, this fucking week's been deep for me, man.
What you got?
Go, let's have it.
Get it.
I got two people fight. I got news both during live streams this week. One yesterday, 2 days ago, and one today. My favorite aunt is unconscious at a hospital right now with COVID. She's on a ventilator. She's incubated. She's unconscious.
Oh,
and then I got word today during a stream that one of my clients' husband just passed away because of COVID.
Damn.
Sorry to hear
She's
you. Sorry to hear.
Me too.
Sorry about that.
Absolutely. You see that, and that's another thing too. This virus, we gotta take this shit seriously. I know too many people that are getting sick and dying from this shit. We gotta take it seriously. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit ain't funny, man. This shit's real.
Yeah.
This shit's real.
For some people, it isn't real till it hits home, and those people are the ones that are making that shit hang around longer than it needs to, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like at this point, it's a fucking year. What don't you understand? Maybe some of those numbers aren't fucking true, but the virus is there, and you don't want to catch it. You just don't. I know a friend of mine caught it. He's still alive, but what he told me he went through, he's like, bro, you don't want to catch this shit. It ain't no fucking joke. It affects everybody different.
Ask Danny, he had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Me, like, I don't know how my immune system would react if I caught it, and I don't want to take that chance. I'm not taking a chance.
Danny. I thought I was careful, but one thing I will tell you, it's some kind of crazy name, and they jokingly call it like Bamalama, but it's like some kind of Bamalama infusion. That's what they offer you now. If you have symptoms within 10 days, you take that infusion, and what the infusion does is it rushes you through all the symptoms. And then what it does, or what it explained to me when I took it, because you got to meet one of three criteria: a certain age limit, overweight, and underlying health issues. If you have one of those three, then you qualify to take it. And what it does is it kills all of the COVID cells in your body. And man, it makes you use the bathroom. Man, I thought it was a freaking goose, man, for about 2 or 3 days. For me, it killed my appetite. But I had other people in my department that it does everybody differently. And then what it does is it helps speed up your antibodies in your body. And if you test for the first 90 days, it's gonna show that you're positive. But that's the antibodies in your body. And I'm telling you, I think that's what made me get through it. I took it. My oldest daughter took it because I had it first, and I immediately quarantined myself, but it wasn't quick enough. My whole family had it. I really felt the worst about my grandsons because I didn't know how it's going to affect children. So My youngest grandson is 4. It made him sick for like one day. One day he couldn't eat, didn't feel good, and I was starting to get worried. My oldest grandson ain't done nothing to him. He kept on trooper. My youngest daughter, she went like 3 days. She was down. My wife was down for about 4 or 5 days. My wife still got a little bit of effects now. But my oldest daughter, she had it really bad. Like she got COVID on top of pneumonia.
Shit.
So she had to get the infusion, and the infusion really helped her.
How old is she, Danny?
My oldest daughter is 33, 34, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But
Danny.
yeah.
It's okay. Let him go
34 for your oldest daughter?
Not my biological. Not my biological.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I couldn't let it
I was
go.
gonna say I'm 35. Like, damn, dude.
I couldn't let it go.
Not my biological. My wife is 7 years older than I am. So, my son, my biological son, is 25. So I had my son when I was 25. So I'm exactly 25 years older than him. So, but he stayed away. He didn't get it. In fact, now he just went off to boot camp. But it ain't no joke. I didn't feel bad. I prayed for, I don't want to have that shortness of breath and all that kind of. I didn't have that, but I had the fever, the chills, the body aches, no appetite, using the bathroom. I had all that. So it ain't no joke.
That is correct. And like Dandelion was saying, yeah, now it's mutating into something different now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yo, we gotta be careful.
That's what I'm worried about
shit.
because this shit, the crap that I've been hearing is scaring the hell out of me about the mutations alone. This is a different type of virus, whether that's because China put a little extra spice into it or what.
This
just because you get it doesn't mean it's over. You can get it again and it mutates, and you can get it again. It might be we might have a moment where it looks like it's getting better, and then next year we have like a mutation that just starts killing everybody. And this isn't a sexually transmitted. This is breathe and you're dead virus.
Yeah.
Somebody was criticizing Joe Biden because there was a rumor when he was coming in, he went to close the country down for 100 days. I'm all for that.
I'm so for that. They should have closed the entire world for 100 days. This isn't just affecting one country; it's affecting everyone. The entire world should have shut down for 100 days.
There's some parts of the world that aren't touched.
Yeah,
New Zealand,
Jamaica, and
supposedly Korea.
They got like 2 cases, 5 cases total.
My neighbor came back from Greece. He told me there's not one, a part of Greece. I don't know about where in Greece, but not one case. Nobody's wearing a mask. He lived a regular life while he was there.
I'm not saying you're
So
not
not everywhere
about Korea, but Korea is highly populated with the soldiers, American soldiers. So I don't know about that.
This is what they said.
The other place you're talking about, I don't doubt it.
But they also tested the virus with the new strain, and it's
hold on,
pretty
guys.
effective to it.
Rob, you got to bounce?
Yeah, I got to bounce. My girl's getting ready to go out of the shower, but
always a pleasure, Rob.
Take care.
Enjoy your night. Right. Thanks for coming, bro.
Hey, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. I got you guys going on the big screen, so I'm gonna keep on watching while you guys are going.
Respect.
Great show, guys. I shared it on Twitter and Facebook, so hopefully you get some more subs. I love the show, guys. So
awesome,
thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Later, guys. Right. Josh, I love you too, Josh. I love you too.
Love you too, man. Later.
Later, guys.
Later, brother.
Later. All right, guys, to finish up.
Yeah, I was saying that the new strain that was in the UK, they did test it with the vaccine that's out now, and it is effective. I think it's just a slight percentage below, but it still says that getting the vaccine will still, help out with if and when you get it.
Yeah,
this one, Brazil, and what?
Which one?
There's 3 strains: UK, Brazil, and what's the other one?
Dude, it started mutating the day it came out.
Yeah, and this thing is highly mutatious.
As
No, but
soon,
the
like for
people
example,
mutated.
Danny's
The fact that
got
it's unstable.
Mhm.
I'm
It's
sorry,
like
guys.
it's like how Danny got it. You know, he doesn't have it anymore, but he still does have it. He's just not having the symptoms anymore. He went over it, but then he can quickly give it to someone who has a lower immune system, and they get what mutated off of him, and so forth. It's all a big freaking. It's like the new cold virus. It's like here in our province, they say, "Oh, there is no flu." No, because they're marking everything down as COVID now, right? So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, LD.
There's many degrees.
Can I
of
be the
COVID.
only one that's? Can I be the only one that's worried that that Rob said his wife is getting out of the shower with that smile on his face, and we're still going to be watching on his big screen?
I didn't want to say anything.
Was I the only one that had a weird thought in their mind?
No.
I believe in each their own.
Oh,
Rob,
smack!
smack
Damn! Hey. Hey, Rob, you might want. I'm not going to say that. I almost said something.
Dandelion Fluff gave me that tip. Thank you very much. It's South Africa. And supposedly these strains are transferred much easier. I don't think this mask thing is so effective with this strain. I don't think they have a lot of information about these new strains, you know? They just talk about how fast it's spreading.
Tell you what.
All right, so real quick, I'm sorry.
My lady would have went to the shower. I'd have never jumped on this stream.
Hey,
I know firsthand.
You know.
All right, I'll shut my mouth then.
Wasn't worried until the smile he had on his face after saying she's coming out of the shower. That's not the kind of just regular smile right there.
No, that's why I'm gonna tap that.
That's yeah. I was like, you can go ahead and shut the monitor off, okay? I mean,
She isn't his wife yet.
You know she doesn't say, "Poppy, you ready?" Shit.
After these comments, I don't know that we're gonna say while you're listening naked. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that stream would have went off, man. The Michigan started click, turn on TV. Come here.
Remember, you gotta lick it before you kick it.
wow.
Just saying.
Wow.
That's
but
right.
Andrew said,
I-
lock.
A little bit of spit and a lot of patience can go a long way.
Andrew said lockdown here in Costa Rica was hard. It hurt people here. They were already poor, but they did it. It's so weird going back to the US and hearing people complain about masks. I don't really complain about the mask anymore. Like at this point,
For Canada.
yeah, it's what we gotta do. I'll wear my mask. You know what I mean?
I'll do it until just
Wear mine all the
get your
time.
shit in fucking order.
Yeah.
Get your shit in order. We don't want to wear masks forever.
Well,
we want to wear it while you strategically take care of shit. Don't
Absolutely.
open, close. Oh, it's getting better. So open so we can close again. And fuck, man. What's going on?
Yeah.
And we're locked down here, right? And hey, man, if it gets rid of this shit, then I'm all for it.
It was worth it. It was worth it. I know some people
Yeah.
like, man, I can't go get a beer or I can't do it. Man, I don't give a damn about no club. There's one of my coworkers. He sent the invitation to the wedding. It's two people that work for me, and I feel bad, but I cannot go to no large wedding. So I mean, I'll send you a present card, but I can't be there.
And the
have
thing
somebody
with
to stream.
Danny is he was being careful, and he caught it. That's the shit that scares the fuck.
I wore my
Yeah,
mask
that's
to all
true.
the houses I went to. I had like 2 different kinds of hand sanitizer. Tell them to get back in the car. I got
Did they
home.
trace it to where you got it, Danny?
No, I don't have no idea where I got it from. The thing I hate the most about it is I brought it to my house. That's what
But you don't know you have it, right? Like
I
you
didn't know
had
I
it
have it.
many days before your symptoms come,
Did
right?
you bring it to the house or did the house bring it to you?
I'm out more than they are. I'm out.
That
way
doesn't.
more.
That's
Yeah.
Well, that's what I believe. I don't believe that they brought. I believe that because I was diagnosed first, like, and then they started going 2 or 3 days. I can't sit here and say with certainty
For sure.
that my daughter or whoever but
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the blame for that. And
Okay.
what happened was I woke up Monday. I went to work, felt good. My chief, which is my supervisor, he went home feeling bad, and then later on that night I felt bad. But when I woke up Tuesday morning, I was like hurt, and I was like something ain't right. So I'm able to I'm over the mental transports in my office. So I was able to make a contact with the hospital and get a rapid. And I set my chief up with a rapid. And we both came back positive. The second the lady took the doctor called and told me, I immediately went and quarantined myself in my room. My wife, we started Lysol in the house, everything. And then it got worse. And then she said, you're eligible for this infusion treatment I was telling you about earlier. And I went and took that the next day. And for like 2 days, man, I felt like shit. I was like, oh, this shit here killing me. But then the third day, started getting better. Appetite came back. Started able to drink. So all I say, if you get it, and if they offer you that infusion, take it.
I don't know. I never heard about the infusion here. You guys heard about it?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. You have?
Yeah, I have. I heard somebody at work talking about it.
Okay. So we have it here in Canada?
I don't know if they offer it here, but I heard someone talking about it.
Maybe they're talking about it being in the States. I watch the Canadian news all the time. I never heard of no reference of infusion.
It's called neutralizing antibody, and the word I'm trying to pronounce is bamlanivimab. That's how they pronounce it. And it's BAMLANIVIMAB. The process takes about 3 hours. It's a big
it's IV, yeah?
They give it to you in IV. And every 30 minutes they gotta monitor your the oxygen levels, they monitor your temperature, they monitor your blood pressure. So you get a certain blood pressure to get too high, you can't take it. So your blood pressure got to be the right thing in there. If your temperature get too high, so they do it like 12 people at a time. I was in the room with 5 other people in 3 hours. But for me, it made me feel like crap. My boss, he took it, went through it like a champ. One of my buddies, he took it like a champ. One of my other coworkers, it fucked them up. So I guess it's just however your body type is or however your immune system is. But shit, I feel like I damn shit, 30 pounds of shit. Like every time I'm going to the bathroom. Oh. So I
want to, on a lighter note. Sorry. On a lighter note, I wanted to go ahead and maybe show you something real quick, Anzo and Basco.
Yep.
I've been working on the new logo for the Rule of Three, which you guys are on, by the way.
Yeah, Chris showed us, but I don't think Danny's seen it yet.
Oh, for real? All right. Well, I don't know if you saw this, but here it is right here. I think this is a great idea. Sharing screen.
Yeah,
fire.
Yeah, that is fire.
You like that? You got little the Basco Scenario up in the house there. Tripping on the Room of Three. You like that, dude? I'm not gonna say I did this today on my stream. It took me like 4 or 5 hours to get that damn thing right, man.
You got the shading down too. That's tight, man.
Yeah, that's
really
good. Dear Christ, man.
Dude, you gotta send me that, man. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get. Yeah, I'm gonna give you this as your just an image. I got this for you, so you'll be getting that absolutely, my friend. And then so I don't know if the idea was to keep the Rule of Three, and then with a touch of Tabasco.
I'm actually fine with keeping it like that. I really am.
Yeah,
I'm actually fine keeping the Rule of Three with a side of Tabasco.
Yeah, man. Guys are dripping. You guys are dripping all over that shit. That's
right. Well, you know we keep them wet, bro. You know we keep them wet.
Make me sweat, man.
Right.
Oh shit!
Oh God, I need a drink now. Shit.
Yeah, so we could switch up the topic. It did get a little deep there. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken,
did you tell him? I couldn't catch the beginning, Anzo. Did you tell him about your Groundhog Day? Literally, did you touch on that at all?
My Groundhog Day.
Yeah, the I know you were talking about drama a little bit and whatnot. Remember Groundhog Morning that we had, and we had that Groundhog Day experience. Okay.
No, I didn't know that. That's
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Didn't know how far you're going with that. If we were gonna paint that a certain way or not.
Hey, if you want to bring it up, man, you were there too, bro. That's what the show's about.
It's nothing I want to get off my chest. Yo, being there for your boy shouldn't be something you need to get off your chest. No matter how trying that shit was, it shouldn't be something you have to get off your chest. I was just cool. I was curious. I didn't get to hear you guys talking when you first went live because I was too busy sending everybody on my show.
So you missed the beginning of the show?
So I did kind of miss the beginning.
Not cool, bro.
Someone mentioned you. Hey, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry about yesterday, guys. I got hit with a nasty spell. I got knocked the F out. And by the time I got up, it was like 11:30, and I totally missed yesterday, man, guys. I will make it up to you next week, though. And I heard that there's something needing my attention, I guess, something that was said earlier. So we can address that next week.
Anzo.
And now I can't hear anybody.
Anzo, you're muted. I think.
Roberto, keep the show up. I got to look for my charger for my phone. For my headphones, they died.
Cool.
But I know Gaishka wanted to talk about the school stuff, right?
Yeah, man. So
I just want to answer Mama Bergdahl's question really quick. He did not see his shadow.
Right.
Go ahead, guys.
I don't think that's what she's talking about, but that's why I wrote
the groundhog. No, Groundhog Day experience. Did Willie see his shadow?
Every morning. No. What was I say? Oh yeah, the school things, right? So here the teachers here are voted on a strike, and I'm just a little bit torn with all this, right? Yes, it's a hard situation what they're put in to teach the kids being safe, expecting teenagers to respect the rules of which they don't, because when I drop them off at school, I see them all without masks here. They're all together, so they're not taking the proper distancing and stuff. So for me, it causes a bit of anxiety because my daughter, I know she takes her precautions seriously because she's asthmatic. So I know she's very strict when it comes to taking care of herself. But what I have a problem is when teachers start saying, we care about the students and, we're not trying to use them in our negotiations. And I'm like, that just pisses me the fuck right off because that's bullshit. They're using the situation plus the kids now in order to get what they want and to make a change. But don't feed me that they're not using the kids in order to in their strike. This is the second strike that I'm with. The first time was where they wanted more money. And they stopped doing all extracurricular activities, interscholastic basketball, soccer, and all that. And that year, they actually asked me to coach the girls' team. And I got there with the soccer balls, the cones. I was setting everything up. All of a sudden, the teacher comes out and said, I'm sorry, we can't do that because we just voted on the strike. They're not going to have any extracurricular activities this year. I'm sorry to feel it, but, we just need to do this for us. And, we don't want to put the children in the middle. I'm like, but you are. I even told the teacher right in front of me, but don't give me that because that's what you're doing. They're your pawns in order for you to get what you want. And that's another thing that I get to is like, when you go to school to become a teacher, especially I'm talking about here, you know very well what the pay is at. You know very well what the conditions are at. So don't get the job after and start bitching about what your pay is and what the situation is if that's exactly what you're going into,
But sometimes you're promised, sometimes at negotiations or when you get the job, they'll say, yeah, we'll do this, and such time, this, and this. But then when that time comes, it's the budget. Or we didn't factor in this, we didn't factor into that. Now, I partially agree with what you're saying about using the kids as a pawns, but I was kind of like teachers complaining and whining going on. They don't. They need to shut up. So I became an SRO, which is a school resource officer, and I actually saw firsthand what these teachers go through.
Absolutely.
So I am pro teacher because some of these kids go in there and pretty much give them their ass a kiss and be dead wrong. But then when the parents get there, the parents are not like when our parents were that mainly was going for the teacher. They are holding and backing their child. And unless you got video footage showing exactly, and sometimes video footage doesn't even convince the parents. Because they just, my child don't do this bull crap, which is bull. So I kind of agree with you. They're using the kids, but then sometimes when the situation gets so dire, you got to do what you got to do. So getting teachers more money, I'm all for that. Because I'm telling you, man, that is a shitty job.
Yeah. And it's a necessary job.
They're not
My point is not that they don't deserve the money. My point is that they're going into a system that they know already what the situation is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
What,
understand?
needing improvement? Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. But
No. I'm saying they go into it knowing that it needs improvement, not
absolutely.
That's what they expect. Any teacher knows they're going into a shitty situation and they're looking for it to get better.
Sometimes when you first get hired, you are made promises. I'm gonna give you a case in point. I'm not comparing this, but this is just something I know firsthand. I used to be a truck driver before I got into law enforcement. When I first drive the truck, they said, "Look, we're gonna have you home every Thursday night. Every Thursday night, you drive Sunday afternoon to Thursday night. Thursday night turn to Friday morning. Friday morning turn to Friday afternoon. Friday afternoon turn to Friday night. Friday night turn to Saturday. Saturday turn to damn Saturday night. And then one day it turned to your ass done been home last weekend. Where you think you're gonna come every weekend? Fuck yeah, I do, because that's what you told me at the beginning of the when I got hired. So I say that to say this. Maybe the teachers, when they come in, okay, we're gonna give you this signing bonus, and in 2 years you're gonna do this, and this. Well, when they come there, because of budget cuts or this, they didn't anticipate this, and didn't anticipate that, the teacher is stuck. When you stuck and frustrated for so long and trapped, when you see opportunity to try and get something, whether it's morally right or whatever, you're gonna take that. So I'm not saying it's right, and I agree partially what you're saying, but I also can see their point. Like, look, they told us this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this ain't gonna happen. So this might be my only chance to reach up and get this breath of air in this last little air bubble on the top of the service. If I don't do it this time, then I'm gonna die. So that's what I see this COVID is. A possible air pocket. They're trying to get air, trying to get their money, trying to get whatever they was promised, didn't do it. Now, is it fair that they are doing it at the children's expenses? No, that's kind of effed up. But sometimes,
no choice.
But my question is this: you're saying when you got the job, you were promised this and this. Now, what you were promised, was it said or was it in writing and signed by both parties?
It wasn't signed.
Wait. If I may. I have a direct example to what you're talking about, guys, here, because I understand that you're trying to find a median to explain it still being valid. But let me tell you something. Whether it's signed or not, in paper or not, it doesn't matter. When I used to work for Disney, I had it signed in writing that guaranteed any time that I go to work between 8 hours of sleep, I get paid time and a half. Well, guess what they started doing? I was scheduled 8 hours and 15 minutes between shifts to get around that thing that I had lock, stock, in writing. That is the bullshit that could be played. Doesn't matter what the writing is. Any law has a loophole, and they can go around it any which way they want. Now, here was the kicker. They made us park 45 minutes away from where we actually worked. It took me almost 40 minutes to walk after parking to get to my actual job in Disney. So not only were they scheduling me 8 hours and 15 minutes apart, so they didn't have to pay me time and a half, but I still had to get there an hour early just to get on time. So I had even less time to get to work. And this was completely legal, and we didn't strike over that. We should have. And that's bullshit that I could tell you that.
That shit happens in the States, because up here that shit does not happen, because there's governmental laws for the employers and workers here that would have stepped in and burned the asses of the employer.
We have the toughest labor laws in North America.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know how it is there, but like
Oh, they
Disney, when
can't.
you work for Disney, you're union. And they didn't even fight for our rights for that.
Wow.
8 hours and 15 minutes.
So that's why you're paying
That
those
was
big
here.
union dues, right?
But if that was here, you would go see what's called nom de travail, which is the name of work. And what they do is they go to Disney and they say, show us everything.
Yep.
From the day you walked into that office to the day you left, we want everything. And if you can't give it to us, you're going to give it to him.
And what would happen is all those 45 minutes that you spent walking to your work because they told you to do that,
compensated.
You'll be compensated and paid. And retroactive as well.
Yep. And I tell you
Oh,
this,
you mean like what it
because
should be?
I mean, we can't sue people, but we got some shit up here.
Yeah.
And I tell you, nom de travail, that shit worked for me because Roberto knows I was the same spot as him, but Roberto was gone already, you know? So one day I go into work now. I was there for 4 years. I go into work, I sit down at my desk, and one of the HR manager comes and she says, Anzo, come with me. So I'm like, okay. So I get up, and then she's like, bring your coat and your stuff. So I'm like, wait, are you firing me? So she's like, just bring your stuff. So I go into the room now, and I sit in the room, right? And they're like, oh, well, we had a complaint where a client called in and said, you said if they didn't do this, do that, you would cancel their account. And I said, well, I didn't, you know? And they're like, oh, well, then why would he say that? Because the client knows that when they call and complain and they talk to somebody, they get what they want. I was like, do you have the recording? They weren't recording, no calls at the time, nothing. Like, do you have the recording? She was like, no, we don't. So I was like, okay, I'll see you guys in court. I left there and went straight to nom de travail. So I sat down there, right? And I told them my case, and she gave me this paper where it's like, here, you can go talk to this lawyer. You know, you get 30 minutes free. I went to the lawyer. I sat down there. I told him my case, and the lawyer said, you know, I handle these cases. Don't bother go to nom de travail. I will take care of it, because he knew that I had a case, right? He's like, if you go to nom de travail, you'll be waiting, like, because it is a long wait with nom de travail. It is a long wait. It could be months.
It's almost guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They ask things of you that you can't provide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's it. If you're in the right, it is guaranteed. It just takes.
I was on the other end. I know, man.
Yeah. So the lawyer's like, I'll take care of this. And within 3 months, they had to pay me $6,000. They had to pay me for the time I was out of work, right? They had to pay me for the time I was out of work. I was also able to have the option to get my job back, because that's an option. They're like, you know, if they fire you, you can always get your job back. They have to hire you back. And he was like, do you want your job back? And at the point in time, I was like, I kind of do. I liked it there, you know? And he's like, let me tell you something. They have to take you back, but they won't have to treat you good or anything like that. There'll be a lot of resentment. So I was like, okay. So I said, fuck it. And I went someplace else. But our nom de travail.
Was that with Jimmy or was that with Saitel?
That was Saitel.
Okay.
Dino.
Yeah, that's a corporation. That's
Dino.
not no little boiler room call center. They
Mm-hmm.
had sites across Canada, like 4 or 5 different sites across Canada. So they were lawyered up.
Well,
and that's exactly it. They were lawyered up, and they realized they couldn't do nothing, right? So years later, I was on the Metro, and I seen the HR woman. Her name was Thompson or something like that. Something like that, right? So I'm sitting there, and I walk up, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, hi, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And the conversation came up, and she literally, even till that day, said, why would the person lie? And I said, well, the person did lie. And she was like, well, we did have to pay you. So, and I'm like, yeah, you did. You know what I mean? Damn right you had to pay me. because you had no right to fire me. So when it comes to our nom de travail, like companies, they have a lock on the companies to where companies have to come correct. If they don't, they will make sure that they do. So that's it. Anybody
They
got
made us,
anything else?
because when we got audited, because we fired a guy who did coke in the office. He called nom de travail. I mean, this guy was in the wrong, and he went to them, and we, this is back in the day. All sales were on paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
You keep them in filing cabinets, but man, when you're making 350 sales a day for 3 years, some paper's gonna get lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they told us for every sale that he claims he made, and we can't show otherwise, we have to pay him for it. So even if, I mean, in this business, you pay and you have chargebacks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There was, once you go through nom de travail, there's no more chargebacks. So even ones that were charged back, we still had to pay him if we couldn't prove it.
Yes. Absolutely.
And they will wait. They take long because they will wait months.
Mm-hmm.
They will. You say, "Oh my God, do you know how much paperwork we have? It's going to take us years." Get started then.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I guess it depends. It depends on what industry. It depends on what industry you're in too. Like, some of you guys said you were in the union. I know that unions are more protected, but if it's a private company, dude, they can really do whatever they want. They can just say, "Oh, you're fired. I don't like the way that you talked to me yesterday, or I don't like the way that you wear that red hat or yellow hat," and then just get rid of you.
Maybe in the U.S., not here.
Yeah, no, totally. That's how it is. Depends on where you work and all that.
Is there a DJ union that if you play the wrong music that they'll fuck with you and stuff?
No, we're like freelance, man. DJs are freelance. I mean, I work for a company, but yeah,
So glad you brought that up, Manny, because
I know it was a joke.
Josh is supposed to give us some late night dark room talk.
That
the
is
lovely
correct.
Lucy, you promised, so you're not running out on us now.
The sexy harmony. She's available for that one-on-one VIP private dance, body to body, 2 songs, 15 minutes, or one incredible half hour behind closed doors.
Body to body.
If you're short on cash, don't forget we got an ATM right over there. We also accept Visa or MasterCard. Thank you so much.
Over here we have the French version, which is like Maintenant sur la scène, c'est Vanessa.
Yeah,
I used to get more into it. I used to get more into it, but
you have to use it right?
Some nights I'm like, now I've been doing it for so long. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to Jordana. This is like her 5th time on the stage. Are you guys gonna fucking spend any money? Fucking cheap fucks. What are the strip clubs like up there? Up in
you Americans love our strip clubs. They get you guys in big trouble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I went to a strip club in New York. I'm like, why am I even here? Am I allowed to look at her? Like, if you even, hey, listen, if you even remotely look like you're gonna touch her, you're in trouble, yo.
No, I'm in a different club though. I'm in a different type of club, so
we are nothing compared to women. Women lose their shit at strip clubs. Women lose their minds
at the male strip club.
What do men do when we're at strip club? Like serious face.
Okay.
That women, oh my god. Listen, I took as a bet, right? We went
as a bet,
guys. No, as a bet. It was as a bet. We were 4 guys. Listen. We were 4 guys, right? With one of my boys had his girlfriend with him, and we all wanted to go to a strip joint. But she was like, "I'm not going to strip joint." And then I'm like, "Listen, if you go to the strip joint, I'll go to strip joint with you. You would come with me to a men's strip joint." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay with my sexuality. I don't care." And all my other boys are like, "Yo, man, speak for yourself, man." I'm like, "No, if I'm doing this, y'all coming with me, right?" So they all came with me. So when we went to the strip joint, the boys joint, the Club 888. What is it? The men 421? What is it? 281? 281, right? 281.
Yeah, 281.
Yeah. So we went, right? And it was her birthday. So I'm there and I'm like, okay, let me get her a lap dance. And I went up to this, there was this black guy that was there, and I go, yo, it's her birthday. Can you give her a lap dance? And she's never been there before, right? So she didn't think we were gonna actually take her, but we did for her birthday. Dude, the guy came up to her, big muscled guy. Is your name Nancy? And she's like, yes. Rips up his fucking shorts. His dick comes on the fucking table, boy. Boom. She just screamed out. I'm like, happy birthday. But there was a bachelorette party going on in the corner. They lose their mind. They're screaming. They're taking off their shirts. Me and my boys were like, I think we've been coming to the wrong place. Just to see the girls that were going there losing their mind. Oh, dude, it's insane.
Yo,
that's a good perspective.
That reminds me of a story, right? Because every year they have this Black and Beautiful, right? I'm sure, Roberto, you know about it, right? See it on Facebook, huh? Black and Beautiful.
Yeah.
Black and Beautiful, yeah. Oh, you don't know about it? Okay. So Black and Beautiful, they have a bunch of these big, husky black men, mad mo bears. You like that, right? Bunch of big mad come to it and they're just stripping, right? You see videos on Facebook. So I was dealing with this girl one time, and she's like, "Oh, Black and Beautiful's coming. Me and my friends are going. I'm gonna get tickets." I was like, "No, you're not."
Oh, is that that traveling show back in the day?
Yeah.
They would go bar to bar. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it's yeah. I like shit. Okay.
No, the black men from the States. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. And I've seen the videos, and yo, the girls go bananas. I'm talking bananas, bro. So I'm like, no, you're not going. He's like, why not? I was like, you ain't going to no goddamn Black and Beautiful. Yo, bro, that was the last time I seen her. That was the last time I seen her. She's like, I'm going. I'm like, well, if you're going, then come back here. And she went. You know what I mean? I was like, no. So yeah, man. Now those when it comes to those women, they go crazier than men do, man. They do. You know, see a little penis and they go crazy.
Well, sometimes not so little.
Yeah, it sounds like some Jonathan Majors shit, man. Just big ass dude, bro.
Yeah. These guys.
Who?
What's that?
We going on
Who the fuck's Jonathan Majors?
Like, from Lovecraft Country, that dude's big main character.
How do you know what he's packing? What's going on?
No, I don't know. I was talking about that. I was talking about his muscles, man. I was talking about his other muscles.
Daddy's like, Daddy's going like this.
Wow.
He's like, oh.
This is starting to sound like a Robert Storm stream talking about
Yes, it does.
all this kind of stuff. I don't want to talk about
Take that shot at me, huh?
I don't want to talk about no man. No.
No, it
was kind of.
Well, no, that's a good perspective, though, guys. Basically, there's a lot of women there that are horny. That's a good perspective. That's a good way to look at it.
I think Danny didn't like the story because it didn't have a banana.
No. I wish I would record that shit and let y'all see it, because y'all will see how disgusting that shit is.
So, Danny, you never been to a strip joint?
One time, bro. Now, damn near spent my whole bank account, so I don't fuck with them places. I have zero discipline.
Oh shit!
Only once.
So, did you fall in love with the strip?
You are 50 years old and you went to a striptease once?
One time, Bubba.
There must be only one in Memphis.
One. Nope.
I think T-Pain made that song after him.
This was in California. I got a lot of ones. I've only been drunk one time. I've only tasted beer one time. And I've only been to strip. Because I know me. Especially now that I'm married. Why would I go there when I know that will lead?
How long you married, Danny? You're not married 25 years, are you?
Danny, I respect that.
Almost.
Well, really? Okay, then I respect that too. Because I mean, as long as I've been married, I haven't been.
Hey, I know if I go, my wife goes, Danny, why is there $300 out the account? And I'd be like,
Yeah, they always ask us. People always ask us, like,
I
what's
was
going to
robbed.
show up?
Yeah, that's what it was.
No, what's going to show up on my credit card? And we usually say Sunset Entertainment or something like that. It's like, well, I guess I can't be using a credit card.
We see the way you Americans go to strip clubs. You go and change like $300 into ones and put it in your money gun. And hell no. You're keeping your 20 and you're saying, hey, yo, follow me in the back, yo. I'll
Johnny
give you
B.
that 20
Bad,
and maybe another one.
Man,
I'm shooting all this on you. You're putting it in your bikini and then you're walking away. Why did I do that?
You know
I've been looking like, yo, bro, why do you give her all that money for? That's what we do, son.
Bro, I tell you, to spend money on a lap dance used to like kill me. You know
that's
what I mean?
crazy.
Like,
I'm not doing it.
Spend money on
I'm
a lap
not
dance,
doing,
bro.
Also, I'm not doing that because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be in jail because I'm gonna unzip and insert. I know this, and that's why I don't even go.
Man, that's zero discipline.
I have none. Okay, listen, I have no discipline.
Well, I tell you, I was like that. You know what I mean? And I used to go. My boy was a hustler and thing. You know what I mean? So he's like, yeah, bro. Yeah, you can't get no dance because, you know, we ain't no tricks kind of way, you know what I mean? But, man, this one girl, man, she was fine. And she kept coming around And I remember I went there and I had like fucking $60 in my pocket.
I know where this is going.
Bro, she got the whole fucking 60.
Well, you know you didn't buy a drink. You buy a beer, it's $15.
Right, exactly. He bought the beer anyways. He always buying the alcohol because he don't like to drink alone, right? So he bought the beer, so that was fine. But I had $60 in my pocket, and it's $10 a lap dance. And we went in that room, and I came out with no money. It was done. She was fine. One time I went. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There's some things you don't lie to yourself about. I would say there's some things you don't lie to yourself about. I don't go there because I will be divorced and probably in jail. Because don't put that thing on me and say I can't touch it. Okay, I can look but don't touch. I can taste but don't swallow. What kind of shit is that?
There's a place up here that if you drive a little bit out the city,
Hilltop,
they have a hotel connected to the
Hold on.
You just go upstairs, do your thing, and come right back down.
Look at Josh writing it down.
Let's give me 1 sec. What was it? Down the hill. What was that?
called Hilltop.
Guys, you can drive north, south, east, west. You will find the place here.
Gotcha.
I know exactly the spot you were talking about, Roberto. Your brother took me there, and yeah, like you can get everything.
Man, don't tell
me. If you want to pay for it, you can get everything.
Have you guys ever gone to the one in Mirabel?
I don't think so.
You ever seen that show on HBO called like the Bunny Ranch?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God! If I was to go there, also, I swear to God, I would die from pussy exhaustion. It would be some kind of strange, damn.
Like eating a bag of Lay's, man.
So here's one. I go to, and Roberto, I know you know this one. Solid Gold. You know Solid Gold, Roberto?
Yeah.
Okay. So I go Solid Gold now, right? It's me, your brother, and his friend. You know which friend I'm talking about. We go there, and it's ram pack. When I mean ram pack, I mean it is like wall to wall.
Women?
So we gotta, No, people in the club.
Horny men. That's what it
people in
is
the club.
here,
Like
Daddy.
it's packed, bro.
Like vultures,
like this.
yo.
Yeah, it's packed. So they have to sit us up in front. And when I kid you not, the stage was like maybe 2 or 3 steps away from me. So they call out the 2 girls now. And the 2 girls come out. They do their dance. One girl lie down on the floor. and the next girl started yamming the shit out of her, bro.
I'd have been like, I'm like, tag, I'm it.
I was like, wait, what am I watching here? Like, because we've been to a lot, and you get to dance, whatever. But I was like, yo, bartender, you have a drink, please? And I just sat. I turned my seat to the stage, and I was just sitting there watching the stage, and I'm like, damn. So our shit up here ain't no joke, bro. You wouldn't want to go.
They ain't had no bodyguards trying to keep you away.
No.
Shit,
no,
man.
there ain't nobody.
Tag, I'm it.
But I that place was like either Hell's or Mafia run, so it wasn't nobody fucking around in that place.
Oh no. Come on, bikers? Oh, fuck that. Hell no.
I worked for like
they had the really raunchy ones. They own majority of them.
Yeah,
I worked 2 weeks at it was called Club 888. I just had to sit my ass on a stool and watch the back door that nobody went to smoke in the back door. And I tell you, when those drunk guys got on the stage, I saw these guys fly out. And that club, I think it's called Downtown now. The stairs are really freaking steep.
Yeah,
I saw these guys fly 2 floors down. Like right down, and they would roll onto the sidewalk on St. Catherine Street. People would be like, "Oh, that party did it."
Yeah, you wouldn't see. Yeah, you wouldn't see them, but they're there, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they are there.
So let me get this straight: if this COVID goes away, like in next year or two, and I come down there, y'all gonna take me to one of these places, right?
You know what that means?
Absolutely.
I'm sure each and every one of us have a separate place that we could take you to, and you'll freak on all of them.
If you're in New York, hit me up, man. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
New York, that's ground zero for this shit. I ain't never going back.
No. Never. That's like watching a baseball game.
Why am I thinking Danny? You guys taking Danny to a strip club is like those Fred Flintstone is like saying the word bet in front of Fred Flintstone.
I'll be like yabba dabba doo.
Why do I have that picture in my mind? I don't know.
All night you can have that LDG all night. You know that.
And I don't know. Maybe Roberto and Gaishka can do it, but I personally, I cannot take you to a strip club, Danny, because I do not want your wife hating me.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say, man, we going somewhere. This stay with our little girl. Y'all do your girl thing.
Tell her, Danny. Tell her Montreal. It's a Canadian Vegas. What happens here stays here.
That'd be a long plane ride back, too, boy.
That's why they let you ass go to Vegas, Danny.
Boy, I'd be on that plane like this coming back.
What happens there stays there until it's on the O.O.C. Then it doesn't.
What happens there stays there until my phone finishes uploading to YouTube. Yeah.
Danny will be coming on the O.O.C. He'd be like, "Yeah, I got something to get off my chest." Yo, I went to Canada, and also took me to the strip club, and now I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment.
The lawyer's evidence A from the lawyer. I want half.
Dude, you guys, by the way, you're getting me amped up. Man.
Good, man.
It's crazy here.
Now I'm really even more excited. Club Stories number 1.
I'm confused, Josh.
Okay.
You're a New England Patriot fan and you live in New York?
Oh, yeah, we've talked about this. I love the Patriots. I've been a Patriots fan since, 6th grade?
How in the hell?
Bledsoe.
You from New York?
I get a lot of flack, man, but
oh my goodness.
I go to Boston a lot too. I drive to Boston.
2 New York teams and pull for their.
I love my Celtics. I love my Patriots. Love my Bruins.
Oh my God.
Man. It's all good. It's all good though.
Yeah,
I hate the New York teams. New York teams are just. I don't like their aura. Everything about them. Giants and Jets. Everything about them. That's all.
So Josh, Give us the story, man. Give us one of your stories, man.
Well, I do want to give a preview to tomorrow's story. Basically,
Okay.
it's going to be about how one of our strippers got tased by the police.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that will be the highlight for tomorrow. But I'm going to have to go through. I've taken notes. There's all types of things, man. There's fights between the girls. I remember I was talking to one of my friends who is the dancer that was involved in the fight. We were talking about how I was feeling really lazy this day on this particular night, and I had heard them arguing and screaming at each other like, you fucking bitch, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, they'll stop. And I don't feel like going down there, man. I'm just like tired tonight. And then like eventually my manager, he calls me down. He's like, Josh, man, you got to go see what's going on. They're just getting louder and louder. I'm like, all right, fine. It wound up being a little too late, though. And by the time I got in the middle, it was just they were screaming. You fucking stole my guy. You fucking stole my customer. Blah, blah, blah. All this crazy shit. And one of them walked away. They were walking away. They were still screaming. But the person that wasn't walking away, she had yelled out, oh, and you fucking bird. And that was it. The person turned around, she ran up to the other girl, and here I am in the middle, like trying to stop these two from killing each other. And one of them, she punched the other girl in the face. So that girl was tight, and my manager came down, grabbed the other girl. I grabbed the one that got punched in the face. I was like, listen, you can't go back there. You guys are going to get in trouble. You're going to get arrested, blah, blah, blah. So she went to the bathroom, and by the time I had I went to the bar or something like that. I was chilling. I was cleaning the counter with this Lysol or something like that. It's a metal can, hard metal can. She comes out of the bathroom, the girl. She walks really, really slow. And I'm like, okay, she's calmed down. Everything's cool. She grabbed that can, ran fucking past me, did a 360 spin like Russell Westbrook, ran to the dressing room before I could knew what the fuck was going on. She opens the door and throws that shit and hits her right in the eye. And her face, dude, was fucked up completely. Like, she was bleeding. And then the cops had to come, and I'm on one side of the door. My manager's on the other side of the door. They're trying to pull open the fucking door. And it's just stuff like that goes on.
So
and,
is your job like the Players Club? Because that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad.
Really?
The more when I talk about these stories, you're gonna get an idea. And I'm gonna have to think about which ones I tell and which ones I don't. Or I'm probably gonna tell everything.
So your manager
just change names.
Your manager is like Blue and Bernie Mac.
You're right. Yeah.
Andre, you can sub to his channel. Josh, put your channel in the chat so
I will.
People sub to your channel. And man, definitely do some videos on those stories. Those will be hilarious, bro.
Yeah, dude.
So it's been 2 hours, guys. We're gonna close it up. Do appreciate everybody that came in on the panel, man. We had a lot of people in the chat today and stuff like that. I do appreciate everybody that checked it out. We'll go around the panel one last time so that you can talk about your channels. And yes, Rob, it's going to take about 20 minutes for us to go through our channels. Danny, you first.
I am Danny, AKA Comix Chat. I enjoyed the chat. I was trolling Alonzo hard, and I see he wasn't disturbed by it, so I came on here. This is a good show. I wish that I could talk like I really want to, but I kind of need my job a little bit. I need to eat and support my family, so I gotta be kind of tempered on what I say. But again, thanks for the invite. Always enjoy chatting with y'all. It's always a good time. So good show.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming up. Nindroid, you are up, my friend.
All right. You guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Nindroid243, where this upcoming Friday is Galactic Chat at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will be talking about if there's ever going to be a Star Wars Episode 10. Also, you can check me out on Splash Talk on Austinator's channel tomorrow, where we will actually read fan fiction. So, yeah, always check out our fan fiction because it's garbage and we know it's garbage and we always make fun of it. So
Yeah, as well as always check out Shadow Eye, in which this week on Sunday on Austin's channel, we will be talking about our top 10 favorite Spider-Man storylines. So check that out, and also check me on Twitter at Ninja243. Thank you for having me on, Anzo, as always.
No problem. Not a problem. I see Josh is taking a sweet time putting it in the chat. Did you put your channel
No,
in?
I'm good. No, I did. I did. I put it in. Sorry.
Where? I don't see it. My bad. This is the link, but I don't see the link.
I'll put it in again.
I should have it on the descriptions anyways. Hold on. Let me check because
Okay.
I'm 100% sure I have it on the descriptions. Yeah. And before I go, you guys sub to Nindroid, man. He's up and coming. You know what I mean? He's doing some good Star Wars stuff. So, you know, support everybody. And like I said, they've all supported us. So I would appreciate it if you all support him as well. Who's up next? Josh, you're up next.
Yeah, Movie Aficionados group on Facebook. Oh, fuck. Can you guys hear me? Thing came unplugged.
Yeah, no,
fuck,
we can.
man. Always. Okay. No, Movie Aficionados on Facebook. We're a growing group. Again, a lot of responses, a lot of, interactions with everybody who love movies. We talk movie news, reviews, everything like that. And on my channel, I'm going to get back into doing my reviews and stuff like that. And also doing my strip club stories. Number one, I'm going to start working on that tomorrow. And also on the O.O.C. every Wednesday. This was a great show. All around the board. I had a lot of fun. And then also on Square One on Saturday. That's it.
Excellent. I do appreciate that. I'm glad you guys come on and do this with me and Roberto every weekend, man. It's great. I actually don't have you in. I don't have you in there, but I'm gonna put you into the description box. LDJ, you're up next. LDG.
There we go. 10 million mute buttons. Freaking shoot me.
I'm trying to look too.
Dear Lord. What's going on, guys? LDG Pixels here. Let me cue my new scenes here. Here we go. And pushing. Hit me up on LDG Pixels, guys. Support channel for computer tech support. Anything from graphics, audio, video, YouTube algorithm, PCs, Mac, you name it. I'm here to help guys. Free tech support. Also on Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica, where I still don't have it ready. I host the waiting room. That's right. The stream between the streams. It's where nerding out is a turn on. Remember, it's not porn. It's Nerdrotica. We hang out, open panels, open talk, open conversations, guys. Promote those who deserve it and kick you out, tell you to go watch them. And we're back when they finish. Also, late night nerdgasm. Boom! That's right. This time it is porn, guys. Late night after midnight, we have a huge panel, adult topics, and have lots of fun, guys. Appreciate you guys having me on tonight. The O.O.C, man, is awesome. What you guys do is kick ass here, man. Really do appreciate it.
Do appreciate you coming on, that's for sure. Geshka, you are up, my friend.
Yeah, man. All right. You can find me right here on the O.O.C. Check out Chaos Central for all the other shows that Danny, Anzo, LDG jumps in on those sometimes as well. Chris, the Real Review, is on that. So check out Chaos Central. And yeah, that's where you'll find me.
Excellent. And last but not least, Roberto, co-host. What's up?
Oh man, nice.
LGG, my man. I didn't even have to say hit it. Just
Josh, private chat.
All I can say is, Rob, you must love me.
Yeah.
I keep it short and sweet. You can find me Saturday on Danny's show. Love it. He's the guy that brought me on board. I appreciate, love it. And you can find me here with my buddy Anzo, Geiskar, and the fam every Wednesday, 10 o'clock, keeping it real.
Absolutely.
Excellent. That's right. That's how we do. You guys know the channel. It's Bigger Forward Entertainment. I do appreciate all you guys that come into the chat and watch the show. I can't say it enough, man. You know, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have the support of you guys over there, man. So I do appreciate
Much love,
that.
Ken.
100%. Flash, good to have you back. Mama Bear,
Yes, sir.
sorry for not mentioning you earlier. That'll never happen again. Andrew's first time watching the stream today. Hope you enjoyed it. Dandelion Fuff, Caleb,
Bless.
you know, Austinator. You're doing a good job with putting everybody's links in the chat, man. Enjoyed. Thank you for coming on today. You know,
Yep.
Do appreciate it. Still waiting for this guy to put his link in the private chat so I could put it into the chat so that people. Hey.
Yo, that shit I sent you. Did you share it? Hey, Anzo.
What did you send me?
That shit I said last Wednesday when you said finally.
Yeah, it's in the description box. Your channel is in the description box. I'm gonna put Josh's in the description box. So if you guys ever go back to the stream, it'll be in there. I'm trying to find it now. I have no idea.
He added himself to the stream.
I didn't even
give him literally.
He was like, you know what? I ain't putting my thing nowhere. I'm out of here.
He's like, did it and ran. You fake, you fake ass.
Anyways, guys, we are out. Peace out. Take care.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.